Hi guys, I'm out again from another wild camp along my local woods, and I brought with us by popular demand the Cheviot Yeti, also known as Gollum and Master Yoda. And this is where Davey's gonna fall down. You're all hot. And this place where we're camping is somewhere where I've camped many times before. It's a bit of a favourite of mine. Are we there yet? Have you brought your shopping with you? That's canny, that like. Very bushcrafty, isn't it? We're going to be busy tonight, aren't we? Making fires and talking shite.
Avoiding the space, brother.
I haven't brought my tinfoil hat. That's where the camp is, over there. And because it's a very dangerous place, it's a steep sided ravine, we're going to go and do the side rappelling Bear Grylls style. With this cheap rope I got from Aldi the other day. Right, this is going to be our camping spot. Like I said, I've camped here loads of times before. It's a bit of a favourite place of mine. Down there you've got a water source, and further down you've got the River Wansbeck, so it's a brilliant spot to do a bit of fishing once the season starts. So I'm going to be in my Polish poncho shelter, bit of a tongue twister that, Polish poncho shelter, and then we're going to have a bit of a fire in the middle here. And I brought my new stove I want to try as well, the Chinese fire wheel stove, paraffin. That's Davey all set up there. Bit of a good hammock spot this. The only problem is we've got really high winds, which are due to drop later, because when you're asleep, you don't want out like that falling on your head. But I mean, there's been out falling doing, you know, I've used this spot loads of times, and it's been a good spot. I've never seen any deadfall where Davey is, but behind him a big oak's come down from last year. It's still got the leaves on, so it must have been last summer. So that wood will be lovely and dry, be able to burn that later. But I'm going to put my shelter here, maybe it's about, I don't know, 15-20 metres away from Davey, because we're going to have the fire in the middle, and we just didn't want like sparks and all that. Wind's getting up in there. We're going to have to be careful because there could be a bit of deadfall later. That's us all set up there now. We'll give you a look around. And I've brought my new stove to try. I've got the paraffin in that bottle, and that's probably 3/4 of a litre there, so nearly enough to fill up the stove. You don't want to be transporting the stove full of fuel because it will leak all over. You see that cap doesn't screw on and it's rather loose. I'm using a different sleeping bag tonight. It's actually 2-in-1, 2 identical sleeping bags which you can zip together into like a double-sized one. But what I do with that is, because I've only like summer bags, you can put one inside the other, so it's like double the warmth. Between the 2 sleeping bags I've got this reflective sheeting. I've showed you it before. It's the stuff you get for put on your car windscreen in the winter, keep the frost off. But that'll just give that little bit extra barrier from the cold. Van Gogh Wilderness 250. So loads of room in there. And on that side I can put my bag, my gear, and I can cook as well. And Davey's in his hammock underneath these Widowmakers. Nah, it's a good strong tree that. And we've got places to hang our gear up. A few nails in the trees, we'll get round for that. Davey's brought his winter bag. That's which one's that again? Is that the 4 season?
4 season one, aye.
Which you do need. I mean, it's still only.
It's huge. It's an envelope one, but I can't get into the booklet.
Really, you know, you want your bag to be a mummy size fitting because it's less for your body to warm up. You're still a hat.
I'll be happy. Thanks, I'll be warm.
Yeah. And that's the knife you got off the Northumbrian, isn't it? We'll have a look.
Prototypes, one of his first ones.
Very nice.
I'm very honoured.
And you made the handle, didn't you?
Nah, I just put the leather, wrapped it out.
Some Kydex sheath, and we'll take it, we'll have a look. I think he's going to be, I wouldn't say famous, well, you could say famous in the sense that he's going to be a well-known knife maker.
Yeah,
but to have one of his early knives is actually very collectible, do you know what I mean? And he's very modest as well, you know.
Just put it this way, I was over the moon when he gave us that.
Oh, he's very generous, he gave me one.
Because I'm busy in the process of actually making one with him.
Yeah. Oh, he's very modest as well, you know. He's
nice lad, lovely lad.
He spots the very slightest mistake with his knives. He's too hard on himself, do you know what I mean? And I look at the knife and I think, you know, that's no matter with that. It's a brilliant knife. So, big shout out to Chris, the Northumbrian. Go and check him out. If you're into the bushcraft and wild camping and that sort of thing, and you're subscribed to me and Larry with Chris, he likes to be able to hang his knives off things and got his machete. That's some weight to that, you know. Oh. And I'll have to teach you a few knots like that.
Oh, definitely.
That's shabby, that, Davey.
Just quick.
That looked like it's been done by Stevie Wonder, that.
It was done by me. No, all that was just to pull that tight. So
What, you've been pulling, have you?
But it's just separate. It's
You're always pulling, aren't you?
All it is, it's a good string. It's like fishing. Easy.
Well, we've got plenty of wood for the fire. And Davey's knocked up a bit of a windbreak and a shelter for later. Helmet. So our camp's coming on. We've got loads of wood now. Be dark in a couple of hours, so we want to get prepared for later. That's basically fuel. You know, that'll burn all night, that. Long and slow. We've got a little bit of a fire layer there. We haven't got much in the way of tinder, so we've had to do some fire sticks and curls and whatever you want to call them.
Curl them off.
This is where it's at. This is how you get a fire going. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. That's a good little system, that. Use them cheap canisters, £1.50 for that, and you'll get a couple of days with that, you know, when you've gone camping.
It's fat.
Yeah. You have to get the adapter, haven't you?
That is 12.
And it'll work, then it'll basically work on any sort of stove.
I think we're getting there.
We're not going to have a problem getting a fire going today. Not with Davey on the barrel. Number 1, fire starter. Right, that's something I want to show you. Is a lot of people put zips on these because the buttons are really hard to do up, especially when your fingers are cold. But what I did was I used these toggles on the back side. I just used some cordage and tied a big knot so it'll not come through, which goes all the way through there. And this toggle is a lot easier to button up. Basically, you're buttoning up without a button, but that's what you call the bushcraft telly. What's on the telly tonight? Have you got the remote control?
I have actually, but I'm not changing the channel.
That's only one channel, isn't it?
That one. Anyway, I'm having a fantastic time again.
Because you're hot.
With that idiot.
It's nice to get out, isn't it? Do a bit of wild camping.
Yes. Especially in good company.
Yeah.
The company makes all the difference.
And it's a very cheap night out, isn't it? I mean, you don't have to like pay to go camping. You can just, camp anywhere you want if you're a wild camper. That's why I love wild camping, because it's free.
It costs no.
Because me, I'm cheap. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense. Well, I'm going to have something to eat.
Yes.
I'm going to have this basmati rice, and I'm just going to chuck this curry in and then mix in the rice. Maybe just add a touch of water and warm it up on that fire over there. Are you having them? Master Yoda?
Sausages, steak and gammon.
That's kind of nice. That gas is rubbish, isn't it? If you get a proper stove like mine, an £8 stove.
Which you're not using.
Right, we'll just get this bad boy slapped in the pot. Get that curry mixed together with the rice. Happy days.
First of all, I'm going to clean the meat.
Oh, you're posh, you've got proper water, you. Why not just river water? That's what a proper wild man
Right,
uses.
do you want to go down there this time of night?
Well, I've got steps cut in the bank. Would have been ideal.
I think you've kidnapped me, haven't you? You did.
Against your will, even though you begged to come along.
No. I've been kidnapped, I did. I shouldn't actually be here.
But you might have been abducted by aliens. I might just be a hologram. This could be an alternative reality,
Do you know them at the mental institution, they're going to be very, very worried about where I am.
I could be here watching you and reporting back to your psychiatrist, giving them feedback. What day is it today? It's Saturday, isn't it? Well, they only let you out the weekends. So
Allegedly.
I could be your kind of carer, couldn't I? You're realising it?
You could, carer.
I could be, you never know. You may be my carer in an alternate universe. Or taking shite again.
Oh, of course we are.
Well, I take more shite than you actually. We're going to have some rice and curry out of a tin. That's not really bushcrafting, is it? But it's wild camping. Get out and do the wild camping.
Why not eat some nettles and some bark?
The nettles aren't... Well, it's only March. The nettles aren't out yet. I'm not going to mess around. Just quickly heat it up, eating, and then go back to like looking at the stars and taking rubbish. I'm going to watch you eat your dinner.
No, you're not. Get.
You've got the right idea. You're more civilised than me. I'm just a caveman, aren't I?
You're just a git.
And you're like a proper... I don't know, you're domesticated.
Good wife.
Oh, you met a good wife. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. Come lock me up, you know. I've got a lovely fire that keeps me warm. Shame there's only one channel, like that's all you get. You just get channel 1, which is just flames. But I'd rather watch that than the BBC. The Bush and Blair Corporation.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I don't know how much more we're going to film, but if interesting happens, we'll switch on and take it from there, you know. But we're just going to sit for the next hour or so and watch that telly.
Chill.
I'm just roasting red hot. I've got my new stove in here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to regulate it. I think it's a bad idea having this as a heater in here. Basically, it's just too smelly, it's too stuffy. I'm already getting a bad heat. I've got the pocket sleeve things open. It smells like my greenhouse actually. I'm gonna open this, the flaps. Gotta watch him now. He's like, if you didn't keep an eye on him, he starts fires like that. Please helicopter. Please helicopter.
Alright, I'm undercover. They can't find us.
I know, but they can get one the blooming infrared, you know what I mean? When that guy if I get caught on that.
Any body heat, so am I right?
I'll just say it's your fault. So I've tried something new. It's warm, man. It's absolutely red hot in here with that stove gun. But I don't think it's a good idea leaving it running all night. So I'm just going to jump inside my sleeping bag. I might even just switch that off because I might not even wake up. Live like a king, sleep like a king. Right guys, I'm just going to knock it off. I'm tired. I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. If I wake up tomorrow, everything will be good. If I don't wake up, then you know that the fumes got of us. Morning. Well, to be honest with you, I feel like I've got nothing to say. I'm a little bit groggy, still feeling a bit tired, but we've woken up early and it is forecast to rain, and I want to get me shelter down before it gets wet because I hate hanging it up and drying stuff. So I'm not going to hang it around. It's going to be just a quick chat. You know, we had a good night last night. You know, we probably stopped at about 1:30 in the morning and sit in front of a lovely warm fire, talking about old times. The heater, well, I turned it right back down because it was only a very small flame because it was smoky, and even though I had a little bit of ventilation, I could still smell it, and it must have gone out through the night because it's still half full. You know, it hasn't burnt all the fuel. It holds a litre and you get about 6 hours burn time. So I didn't get that, it obviously went out. I'm pleased in a way because I wasn't cold anyway. It was just to try it out. But I don't really think it's suitable as a heater. You've got to basically have lots of ventilation which lets all the warmth out, so it's defeating the object. The only alternative would be is to burn methylated spirit, which would be a lot cleaner, but it's a lot more expensive. I think, you know, a proper stove is what you want in there with a chimney and stove jack. You know, you can't get around the fact that you've got to have proper ventilation, and you can't mess around when it comes to carbon monoxide because it is a killer. You've got to be so careful. But I'm not going to waffle on too much. I'm just going to get packed away because, like I says, it is forecast to rain and I don't want me gear getting wet. I have to dry it all again when I get in. So I'll get away and we'll catch us all in the next one.